After I released my video on Donkey Kong Country 3 a few weeks ago, you had to know that another Donkey Kong Land game would follow soon after. And, true to tradition, Donkey Kong Land 3 released on the Game Boy on October 1st, 1997. But later, it got a Japan-exclusive re-release on the Game Boy Color, which is the version I'll be using for footage in this video. If you want to play the game, the original version is available on Switch Online. Once again, we return to the roles of Dixie Kong and Kiddy Kong. However, this time, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong aren't missing. They're in competition with us. The game's story opens up with a discussion of the Lost World. Not Krematoa from Country 3, or the Lost World from Country 2, both of these areas have distinct Japanese names, despite the similarities. Instead, they're searching for a new Lost World, one that had long ago belonged to a powerful nation. It seems that word of this new Lost World had spread quickly, as the hunt is full of powerful people from around the world. That said, the game never actually tells us who's searching, outside of the Kongs. Donkey and Diddy, of course, immediately pair up and go searching for the Lost World. Not to be left behind, Dixie picks up Kiddy and the two began their own hunt. Throughout the game, as usual, these Kongs face off against the Kremlings, collecting Kong letters, DK coins, and challenge medals. The number of NPCs in this game has been greatly reduced from the previous one, featuring only Wrinkly Kong in her save cave and a single brother bear, known simply as Bear. Likely this is meant to be Bizarre Bear, given the similar design and the fact that he runs a store in every world. This time, Barter has come across some interesting trinkets. A set of 6 stopwatches, which apparently once belonged to King K. Rool, and are necessary to collect before he can be faced in the final battle. The game seems to mostly take place in the Northern Hemisphere, since a number of the worlds are the same as in the main game. This was changed in the English localization, but Black Forest Plateau is actually Kremwood Forest, while the Great Ape Lakes are actually meant to be Lake Orangutana. Looking at the maps, you can definitely see a resemblance between those worlds. The Japanese name of Cape Codswallop, Cotton Top Cape, also implies that it may be somewhere near Cotton Top Cove. The bosses in this game are also returning from Donkey Kong Country 3, so I won't really give them much of a focus. At the end of the Great Ape Lakes, Lake Orangutana, the Kongs face chaos, which means of course that Baron K. Roolenstein is not far behind, being fought in Tin Can Valley. After his defeat, K. Rool flees into the Lost World, which he himself had apparently already found and built a castle in. The Kongs battled at the end of this new Lost World to put a stop to the Kremling occupation of the place. After the battle, K. Rool flees, his plans foiled, and assumedly, Dixie and Kiddy win the competition, even though the Kremlings technically found it first. That's really it for this game. It's a fairly nothing title that doesn't even feature Donkey Kong himself anywhere except for the manual. This game takes place right after Donkey Kong Country 3 in our timeline, which I imagine to be a fairly uncontroversial placement. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.